definitely doing the part of always, recording everything. And everyone, I hope everyone's enjoying their day with the beautiful weather we're having. And thank God we're running. Before we start our main part of the art show, Deborah Greif, Chair of the Advisory Council, has a few words. Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. As I was saying before, we are celebrating the American with Disability Act 30th anniversary. As you recall, whoever was alive then, in 1990, then President Bush signed into law that the ADA, so persons with disabilities could live a full, successful life without barriers. That means they made it easier for us to get into buildings, to get into to shop, and that we shouldn't be discriminated against because of our disability. Also, we had a previous art show and we had a great turnout. And today I said, okay, we'll do one more so that people can see the artists who weren't able to participate before. So, as the chairperson, if anybody this morning has artwork, please let me know now and we will show your art. So please unmute if you have art.
Okay, we're going to move on.
Okay, we will move on now.
Okay, before we do that, do we have any elected officials, representative here, or any special guest stars who want to say hello or a few words? I know we had, I do see some of our colleagues, hello, advisory council members.
Yes, we see our secretary
yeah.
and executive assistant. Thank you, Ann and Sandy, for being able to attend.
Okay. Oh, we do have one person, Sarah from New York City Transit. You want to say hello? Hello, Sarah? Sarah from New York City Transit is here.
Hey, Chris, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You want to say any few words?
Hi, everyone. I don't really have much to say. I didn't prepare anything to speak on. Just stay safe and wear your masks when you ride with us.
Well,
thank you. I appreciate that, Sarah.
And I can tell you right now, everyone is actually raising their hand and saying, I agree. So,
yes, you have a unanimous, everybody's agreeing, Sarah. And I hope you're doing well. And yes, we are wearing our masks on the trains
and buses and stores.
And stores.
So now we're going to move on.
Thank you for being on. Thank you,
Sarah,
very much.
And I do see other agencies. Welcome. Welcome to the art show. So we're going to move on to our best part of the art show, which I'm going to ask Ann and Debbie, which will be joining in a second. As you know, folks, one of the arts, which I'm right now moving things around
so you can really see.
And some of you might recognize this picture, which I'm going to say, unfortunately, Rodney could not be with us because Rodney is ultra busy, but representing for him today is the two mothers, and one of them actually did help him out, encourage him with art. It's Rodney Hankins.
Good morning, Ann. You ready?
Representing Deborah and Ann, and Ann is off mute.
Ann, what do you have? Good morning.
Rodney, I am so proud of you. Your artwork is beautiful. You do better and better each time. And this picture of Indy Byford is gorgeous. He appreciated it very much when you handed it to him. And we are very proud of you. Just keep up the good work. Okay, Debbie.
Okay, ladies. Okay, Ann, thank you. As the other mom who did encourage Rodney to do his art. Yes, he asked us if he could do a painting of Mr. Andy Byford, the former president of the MTA. And he didn't know that we had this for him. And when we did the Stay of the Address in 2019,
which is
last year before COVID, we met in the Transit Museum. He didn't know about it, and we turned around and Ann and I presented it to him as usual. Rodney's a very busy man now since he's been doing intense drawing of many different things, but he did this art of Mr. Andy Byford, and we know how much he loved it because he couldn't stop talking about it, and we know that it's very well taken care of. And as you see, you can see how happy he was, and we did bring him up to meet Mr. Byford. So that's one of his arts. Do you have anything else of Rodney's?
Yes. Which,
What else do you have?
I'm actually gonna.
Now what is this one?
This-
Rodney
Mhm.
loves
This is the late night show.
with Dave when David Letterman was the host. So Rodney drew the picture, and that's technically supposed. That is the Ed Sullivan Theater. That was that's where David Letterman filmed his show. Next start. Do you have any more?
And as you see, folks, 8830 is everywhere.
Right.
Now, there is one picture that there was some pictures that he just made. It's brand new. It will be shown in just a second, which is on the right, which some of you did see at the last show. And this one is another one.
I'm not sure who this blonde lady is.
But it's not Debbie.
It's not me.
It's one of the famous people that's been sponsoring him in Special Olympics. Yes, Debbie was drawn also. Fortunately, it was not took a picture, which will be shown in another time. This is another art part of 8830 that Rodney Hankins drew, and it is a beautiful moment because it's part of the 8830 famous, as we call it.
Yeah, it's true because it's a very apropos that is a hot air balloon that's flying over our country so people see that we need to help people. We need to make sure to keep the ADA strong and to keep making our society more accessible for everyone. And what's his next?
And also, just to let everyone know, this is another model.
That's Donna
that
De Verona. She is and was an Olympic swimmer. She won gold for the United States. And Rodney is a gold medal winner from Special Olympics in running, international gold, as well as track and field, as well as bowling and other sports. So Rodney met Miss Donna De Verona, and she agreed that he could paint. Please show me, point on to the other picture, Christopher. One is Nathan's.
These two, that's been part of Rodney. Rodney's been also maybe the only one at this time was at New Century Artists, was sponsored by Barbara Cathell. When Barbara Cathell put him in as a sponsor, Rodney was joined in called the New Century Artists. Since he drew about Brooklyn. The first one on top, as Debbie mentioned,
Nathan's Coney Island.
Juniors.
And Juniors.
The bank at Atlantic Avenue.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Bridge.
And below is Brooklyn Borough Hall.
Yeah, but one thing is, Debbie's correct. It is Borough Hall, Statue of
and
Liberty.
And their Statue of Liberty with two people shaking hands and friends. This was Brooklyn. What you can see from Brooklyn.
There's a little catch to this one. It stands for truth, justice, and the Brooklyn way, and the B's in the middle. Right. So he and that one I can tell you, these arts was sold already, and it was I have to say, Rodney was also got awards from the Advisory Council. Yes. He was awarded at the Brooklyn Family Support Fair. That encouraged him more to continue his art at doing the New Century Artists. Right now, Rodney is still continuing his art, and he actually has 2 new arts that just came out, fresh of it. And as a reminder, everyone, Rodney always keeps his 8830. Right. These are the 2 last new arts. As you know, that he's saying thank you to these athletes. Doesn't matter if they're biking, baseball, swimming, running. And let me tell you, Rodney works very hard on these arts. He's been practicing, thanks to Barbara Cathell and thanks to Deborah Greif, as well as Ann always supports, and a lot of people who did support him. But as Deborah did encourage him.
Yes, I did, because Rodney was unsure of himself, and that happens to a lot of people with disabilities, no matter what. So when he showed me his art, I said, Rodney, your art's fine. Practice and learn and just keep doing it, because the more you do it, the better you're going to get. I thought already his artwork was fine, and I said everybody has a different art style. So as one of his mothers, I am extremely proud of my son Rodney. Next, do you have any more?
The one thing I'll say is thank you, and it says thank you in both ends.
And also, I just want you to know that they're representing both Special Olympic athletes as well as athletes from the regular Olympics because they are very supportive of athletes who with developmental disabilities who do participate in Special Olympics. So I hope everybody also will help support Special Olympics as well as let's also encourage all of your individuals, family members, staff, if you've drawn pictures or you have pictures of Brooklyn or something to show how
Doesn't matter where it is.
ADA 30 has been progressing, like if you have an old picture of a building that didn't have a ramp and now it has a ramp,
Draw it.
draw it or
take a
take
picture.
a photo of it. Because this is we need to keep this up because we want to make sure that our society becomes more ADA friendly, which is truly accessible.
Yes, and this is what Rodney has drawn, and I can tell you these are brand new. And let me tell you, it's not easy right now because Rodney has been drawing. Now, remind everyone, his drawing is available on his page, which is called Rodney's Art, which you can type in even on Facebook. It's located on the Facebook page. Yes, his art is available on that page, and you can always type up for him and encourage him, or somebody's interested for anything. Rodney is a very, very good advocate for art, Special Olympics, and let's just say he's a good person that, as Mother Ann and Deborah, both mothers, are both very proud of him because he has courage of this. Now, Rodney also has been doing a lot of Special Olympic fundraising in the past and other things, but we do want to thank him with all the art he sent us today. We want to thank you, Rodney, very much.
And
that's all we have for Rodney.
That's all we have for Rodney. If anybody else has art to exhibit, let us know right now.
Does anyone else have any art you want to, or a picture of 8830 you want to add in?
Well, we could do it now. If not, we will not be doing another art show for a while. As right now, our biggest concern is, and I'm only going to say this quickly, is that we have many different updates from OPWD, which will be somebody. What?
Hold on, you're going too fast.
Sorry, let me go back.
Yes, and you're talking about this. Now, just going to remind everyone, some of you who maybe did not read carefully, which I'm not saying who or what, where, and when.
It can happen. We're kind of stressed out these days.
Let me just say this. This is the next update, and I did mention this. It will be on August 20th. We will have someone from OPWDD joining us on next week. We will have updates from Albany, Washington, D.C., and other business as well. So, to remind everyone, please look carefully when you come on a joint connection. The meeting meeting ID number is always the same. Please make sure that that's on. There's also the phones. This will be available for phone. Some of you don't realize this is for people with disability who have trouble, has to use special tech. That's not for you guys. That's only for a person who's using special tech. This is where you get on. You can click on this. The J is always there, and then the ID number. Remind you also, if you're having trouble getting onto this part, always just go into ringcentral.com/joint. Once you click that on, then put in the ID number, and your name will show up. Okay? Does anyone else have any questions now? And I'm going to look who we have here. I'm going to say GHO. Do you have any questions? You're off mute.
Oh, yeah, not at this moment.
No problem.
Okay.
But I am going to remind you guys that art is very important. And the only thing I'm going to say is a lot of you did not pass the test. And that's what I'm going to say.
You
know why? Because this year is 8830. And you know what? We need to work on encouragement of families and individuals who love to draw. I can tell you, I've seen a lot of drawing. And I have to say art is a very important thing. So this is the next update. And since no one has a question
or any more art,
we're going to say,
Thank you.
oh, thank you. And I'm going to click on this and say to everyone, thank you for joining us. And I hope everyone enjoy the art. And I'm going to remind you guys, encourage your families to keep themselves busy and do the art. Let them draw, encourage them, or let them
Pictures.
take pictures. You know why? Because that's how way we keep the families calm and cool and collect and work together. So I want to thank everyone who did join in today. I do want to thank Sarah because I know she couldn't stay on too long because today is a very busy thing. As you know, some of us are still celebrating 8830, but we do want to thank whoever came on and joined us. And please enjoy the day. Thank you, everyone.